Hello YouTube, this is LHR Venom 31. I am bringing you a deck profile for you tonight for the month of August 2014. This is my zombie deck. I've been trying to build this deck, and since I got the zombies I need, it's in the deck now. So a couple shoutouts I like to give is Simply Unlucky, Cyber Knight 8610, Kira 282, Galactic God, Cheat Master 55, Team Underground, Kasami and Spidey, and let's see who else. Juggalo Ian. So let's get started with this zombie deck profile. This zombie deck I'm trying to use at the locals, so bear with me on this. First off, for monsters, I like to run 2 copies of Master Kenoshi. He is my normal monster of the deck, my vanilla monster. Next, I like to run 2 copies of Spirit Reaper. What he does, he is summoned onto the field, or special summoned, or flip summoned. He cannot be destroyed by battle. The only way he can be destroyed is if somebody equips like a spell card or card effect to him. He can be easily destroyed. Next, I like to run 3 triple Pyramid Turtle. What that card does is when he is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, I can go into my deck and search out a defense monster with 2,000 points or less and special summon that monster to the field. Next, I like to run single double custom. What he does is when you activate his effect, he counts as a tribute monster. Like for example, he can be 2 tributes for a zombie type monster, so that's a good thing. Next, I like to run 1 Vampire Lady. What she does is when she's on the field and you cause damage to your opponent, you get to call a monster, spell, or trap card and call that card, and they go in their deck and get rid of that spell, trap, or monster card. Next, I like to run 2 Zombie Masters. What he does is once per turn I can special summon 1 level 4 or lower zombie type monster from my graveyard, from either player's graveyard. That's a good card. Next, I like to run triple regenerating mummy. What this card does is when this card is from your hand to the graveyard by a card, sent to the graveyard by a card effect, I can special summon him to the field. Next, I like to run 1 Paladin of the Cursed Dragon. What he does is when he is on the field and he attacks an opponent's monster, the monster does not go to the graveyard. I automatically special summon that monster that was destroyed to my side of the field. Next, I like to run 1 Vampire Lord. What he does is the same thing as Vampire Lady. When he causes battle damage to an opponent, he gets to select a spell, trap, or monster card and sends it to the graveyard. And when he is destroyed by battle or by card effect, should I say card effect, he is sent to the graveyard. He gets to special summon him from your next standby phase. Next, I like to run one Red Eyes Zombie Dragon. What he does is when he is tribute summoned onto the field, when he destroys a zombie type monster on the opponent's side of the field, I get to special summon that zombie type monster to my side of the field. Next, I like to run Double Despair from the Dark. What he does is when he is destroyed by a card effect, like such as Mirror Force or Dark Hole or Lightning Vortex, I get to special summon him to my side of the field. Next, I like to run one Vampire Genesis. What he does is when I banish a Vampire Lord from my graveyard, I get to special summon him to my side of the field. And what he does is when I discard a zombie type monster from my graveyard to my graveyard, I get to special summon one zombie type monster from my graveyard lower level than that discarded monster. That's it for monsters. Now for spells. I like to run one Zombie World. What that card does is when it is activated, every monster that is special summoned, normal summoned, is treated like zombie type monsters on the field and in the graveyard. Next, I like to run one Field Barrier. What that card does, it protects the field spell card, and it cannot be destroyed. Next, I like to run triple Call of the Mummy. What this card does is when you have no zombie type monsters on your side of the field, it lets you special summon one zombie type monster from your hand. Next, I like to run one Shrink. What that card does is when your opponent declares an attack, you can target one monster on your opponent's side of the field, half their attack and defense until their next turn. Next, I like to run one Terraforming. What that does is when it searches out a field spell card, basically. Next, I like to run triple Book of Life. You gotta have Book of Life in your deck, or the zombie deck is no good. What this card does is when there's zombies in your opponent's on your side of the field in the graveyard, you can special summon one zombie type monster from your graveyard and banish one card from your opponent's graveyard. Now for traps. I like to run double Dust Tornado. What this card does is when it's activated, you can destroy one spell or trap card on your side of on their opponent's side of the field, and you can set one spell or trap card. Next, I like to run one Magical Arm Shield. What that card does is when your opponent declares an attack on your monster on your side of the field, you can activate this card to take control of that monster until the end of the turn. Next, I'd like to run from stables one Torrential, Wabaku, Compulse, Bottomless, Reckless, Tootin' Mask. What that card does is when you activate this card, you get the special summon one zombie type monster that destroy one spell track card that targets one zombie type monster when you're inside the field. And one Imperial Iron Wall. What that card does is cards cannot be removed from, like, banished. That's it for main deck. Now for extra deck, I only have 2 Xyz monsters. Diamond Direwolf. What he does is when you detach one Xyz material from this card, you get to pop one spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field. If you have beasts. But I use him for a beat stick. Next I use one number 88 Gimmick Puppet Leo. What he does is when he's on your side of the field, he cannot be, it says once per turn you can have no spell or trap cards in the zone. You can detach one Xyz material from this card, and if you do, place one destiny counter on this card. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. When 3 destiny counters are on this card, you win the duel automatically. Not a bad card there. Well, that's it for the deck profile. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns about my deck, please let me know in the comment section below this channel, Super Team Venom. This is LHR Venom 31. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, please, and like this video. This is LHR Venom 31 signing out.